Alright, so a couple weeks later, actually, it's been a while, I finished up this makeshift mount for the transmission. It bolts in place of the plate. Yeah, the welds aren't great, but you know what? It works. As you'll see here in a minute, it slots in between the other transmission, or slots in between the transmission. It holds it pretty good, so we're gonna go ahead and try that. Worst case, I think if I don't feel comfortable, I have some cords, some straps, tie downs I can wrap around the transmission to hold it, keep it from rolling. I don't think we'll need that, but you know, that's a good thing to have in case, you know, it's a one-man job. So I'll be honest, I'm nervous. Getting over a bit of a cold, so this has all been real slow. Just ready to get this done and over with, get it out of the car. It's been a long time coming. Let's get to it. All right. I've already undone the top mounts, so the transmission is just supported by these bolts holding it on these sides now. I'm going to provide support on the bottom now. As you can see, the lateral sides go up. Give it that support from the bottom. It wouldn't have. It's just like a flat piece of wood. Kind of hold it in place. This way I can kind of control it as it comes down, and I'll be from out underneath the car. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's get to work. Alright. And here's the part I hate the most. It's 10 mil. Come on, get up in there. There's the sets of, yeah. Heavy lefty loosey. Come on. First round, we're just gonna go around loosening bolts first. Take this nice and slow because that bolt is out at the top. So now it's a 10 mil on the bottom. If I recall, it's a 19 mil to hold it. And my 19 mil then. Okay, so you may be asking, why are we switching up? What's wrong with this transmission in the first place? So after blowing it apart, you can see it suffered some damage. You can see this was a welded differential at one point, but now is not so much welded anymore. See, these differential the welds have since broken, and it's allowed itself to move freely. Now this may be really inconsistent drifts. It would drift to an extent going into a left-hander. It could slide at consistency since the power was going mostly to that side of the car, but trying to do like a right-hander, it really wasn't. You couldn't really catch it. It wasn't very consistent at all. So you can see the welds broke. And yeah, not great stuff. Also, can't really get it on camera, but if you rub your finger across this, you can almost feel like a burr effect on it, like going against the grain almost. And when I took the transmission apart, you could see it had milled off a piece of metal. It was real small, real thin, but it was circular in appearance, so you could tell that this pinion ring, now this is what actually transfers the power. If you think about it, power comes in from here, goes in here, does transmission things, and comes out this way to the wheels. So this was actually milling on this and cutting out metal itself. So this didn't appear to have too much damage, but also doesn't really feel all that great. Now, since these share the same oil source, any junk that breaks off from here is basically going to get into your gear set, into your transmission gears. It's going to cause like a scatter effect and just wreck the whole thing. So you can see these gears are not really all that hot. You can see how they're kind of messed up. They have these notches on them, which I'm told are from factory. Here's the one I was looking for. That's completely broken off. I think that's first gear. There's another one that's broken. I think that one has two missing off of it. These are the synchros in between. I hadn't really had any issue with those, but it's only a matter of time, really. This transmission really just, anything that could go wrong, you know. Now, it's hard to see, but in the back there, the broken teeth are actually all the way in the back. They collected back there and broken off. So this transmission, it was on its way out. Wasn't really worth putting back in. That's really why it's time to upgrade to the